Hello guys, a very warm welcome to you all for this 11 plus Verbal Reasoning Mastery class. Okay, now my name is Snehash and I'll be your instructor for this master class on verbal reasoning. Okay, so just to begin with, I would just like to have a very short talk about verbal reasoning. What is it? It is the ability to understand and analyze the information presented in words, isn't it? Of course, it is a very critical skill for success, not only in schools or not only its success is limited to 11 plus exams, but also in work and in life ahead as well. Let's take a very simple example. The skills of verbal listening, it can be very essential for reading out comprehensions, writing effectively the paragraphs, the passages, and even solving problems as well. Okay. So now this 11 plus verbal reasoning masterclass, this is a comprehensive class that will help you master the most important topics in verbal reasoning. All right. So you will learn how to solve VR codes, VR maths, and VR jumbled up sentences. So these are the three most prominent areas where the examiners really like to check in 11 plus exams. Okay. And now we will also have the opportunity to practice with the free 11 plus practice paper, where you would be learning the time management skills, and along with the time management skills, you will also get a very good idea about how the exam format is, and you would get the real feeling of the examination by looking forward to this practice paper. All right. Now, this masterclass is an essential resource for anyone who is preparing for 11 plus exams. Of course, it will improve your verbal reasoning skills, boost your exam scores, and increase your chances of success. Okay. So you will be getting all the class notes, whatever the things which we discuss in the class, we'll be sharing those things with you in the PDF format. And as I already said just a moment ago, that you will also have the opportunity to practice with our 11 plus VR free practice paper. Okay. So now the free practice paper link will also be shared with you. So you can just go through it, walk into the paper, try to attempt and solve the questions, and try to analyze and assess what are the areas of focus which you need to be looking on, how to manage or improve the time skills. And of course, throughout this 1 hour of class, I will also be sharing with you the tips and tricks and throughout my experience of, of what are the main areas to focus on and how effectively we can manage the time and get our answers done quickly. So let us just quickly begin. So as I discussed earlier, we have the three most prominent topics chosen. So the first question over here, this is from VR codes. Okay. Now we have this letter series in the VR codes. What do we mean by letter series? Anybody would like to help me in telling out what do you mean by letter series? Yes, Sahil?
It is a letter series like lots of like A and then B, then C, like in a series of letters.
Okay. So what is the overall idea behind the series of letters? Yes, Bola? What is the overall idea behind this series of letters? Or Kunmi, can you tell me?
Is it to see the difference between one letter and another letter in the alphabet?
Very good. This is one more specific information. See the difference between the series. Okay. So now this letter series, these are the series, or these are also the sequences, as we also see in mathematics. Okay. So here, suppose you have got a series of alphabets and you know the position of each letter in the alphabet, right? A is in the first position, isn't it? C is in the third position. Obviously, Z, which is the last letter of the alphabet, it is in the last position, which is the 26th position. So what happens in this letter series or sequence is, so suppose from J to L, how many letters we have? How many positions we need to jump to reach from J to L? We need to jump two positions, right? Because after J, we got K and we got L. So in order to reach from J to K, I need to jump from two positions. So this series is progressing in such a way that you are jumping, in an equal multiple of positions. Okay. Suppose you are increasing your position by jumping to 2 units in the first position, then jumping to 4 units in the second position, and so on, right? So this is how this letter series progresses. Okay. So now let's see quickly the question on it. Okay. Yeah. So I'll read out this question for you guys. Circle the pair of letters that continues the given sequence in the best way. Use the alphabets to help you. So here you are already given the alphabets in the order, so you can easily just take a look and try to solve this series of questions. Okay, so here the sequence which we are given first is HE. Okay, then HE is followed by JC. JC is followed by NY. NY is followed by TS, then BK, and then question tag, right? Now, what are this series? These are SE. These are actually a pair of two alphabets, right? So here you can see two alphabets over here with the first letter standing for H, second letter standing for E. Secondly, you got two alphabets over here with the first letter standing for J and second letter standing for C. Now, what we can do in order to get an idea about how this sequence is progressing is, so compare the first letter of the first two pairs given. So here you got H and here you got E. Okay. So where I have H in the alphabet series over here, and where I got E behind H, right? Before H. So how many steps I need to move in? Can you check? 1, 2. So 2 steps after, okay, 2 steps after, or let's the third step, I will get, right, from H to J. So similarly, this is my J, this is my H. Second step, okay. So this is for positive or negative. You are going behind from J to H, all right. So this is, you are going 2 steps behind. So I'm writing it -2. So whenever I'm mentioning positive sign, that inclines that I'm moving forward in the alphabet series. Whenever I'm presenting with negative sign, that implies that I'm moving behind in the alphabet series. Okay. So I can see from H to J, it's -2. I need to go 2 units behind. Now let me check from J to N. Okay. Again, I'm just comparing the first alphabet in the pairs. Okay, I'm not checking about the second alphabet. So in order, so from J to H, I had -2. From N to J, okay, from N to J, if I see, this is my N, this is my J over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm moving 4 units to the left, right? -4. So now if I check for T to N, here is my alphabet T, here is my alphabet N. Let me count how many steps I need to jump behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is 6. Again, if you see this is following a pattern. It's increasing by -2 each time. -2, -4, -6, -8. Okay, so let us just check it quickly. B to T. So here I have B. If I go behind, this is 1. Then again, I need to go back to the Z. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So B to T, 8 units behind. Okay. So what will be the first pair of our answer? What will be the first alphabet in the pair of our answer? We need to move -10, right? We need to move -10. That means the distance from B to the first alphabet of my answer would be -10. Okay. So what letter should be here? When I move back from this letter 10 units, I will jump up to position B. So let me just check from B. C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm reaching over with L, isn't it? That means my first pair over here should be L. Yes, guys, this is making sense. Pretty simple, right? Okay, we just need to count out the sequence, how the sequence is being followed, and eventually get it. So this is L. So now I got this for the lower end. Let me just quickly erase this and figure out for the second alphabet in my pair. So what is happening? I'm moving from E to C. Let me check from E to C, or let's say from C to E. From C to E, 1, 2, so which is +2 units. Then if I go over here from N, okay, N, I'm moving along from C, I'm reaching out to Y, okay? So C is over here, and this is my Y. So if I go along in this right side, this is 1, then 2, 3, 4. That means positive 4. Similarly, if I check from S to Y, I need to move for positive 6 units. Okay, this is my S over here. Okay, and this is my Y over here. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, this also follows a pattern of +8. This also follows a pattern of +10. Okay, so this is my pair, which is K over here. So what if I need to move to the 10? What will my answer be? What would my alphabet be in the last position? Yeah, it will be A. Can you count? It will be A. Okay, from A, if I try to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm reaching K, right? So this should be L and what? A. Okay, L, A. This is what my series pattern is typically about. Count the sequences, go along with the sequences, and get it over. So the answer is LA. Okay. Once again, now to determine the level of this problem, this is a pretty simple problem. But since we need to move, check the individual alphabet in each pair, what we have over here is, we need to go on for the first alphabet, then followed by the second alphabet. Both the series are actually different. One is positive series, one is negative series. So eventually it's a medium level question, but still guys, you guys are expected to solve this question at the max in 1 minute, 30 seconds, not more than that. So this question is to be expected to be solved in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So in order for you to solve in 1 minute and 30 seconds, of course, right, we need a lot of practice. Okay. So the answer over here for this is L, A. All right. Now, let us move to the second question. Again, this question is from VR course. Now, this question talks about letter connections. Okay. Now, this letter connections, these are more or less quite similar to the letter series as well. Okay. But here, you are not given any sequence of letters. Okay. You are not given any sequence of letters. So let's see what kind of question does it have. Circle the pair of letters that continues the given sentence in the most sensible way. Okay, so instead of a sequence, you are given a letter sentence over here. Okay, now what is that sentence? PZ is to NE as HI is to question tag. What do we mean by is to, guys? It's just like a ratio, isn't it? When we use in mathematics, is to is nothing but a ratio. So what we have is PZ to NE. Okay. Now what we need to break here, we need to break some pattern rule, okay, which is making P move to N, and Z move to E. Okay. So let us see what happens when P is moved to N. So this is our P and this is our N. So what is happening in this change? You are going 2 units back, isn't it? 2 units back. So 2 units from the left, 2 units or 2 alphabets left. Okay, from P to N. Now, what is happening from Z to E? Yes, can anyone tell me what is happening from Z to E? Yes, Taya?
It's moving forward.
Yeah, this is our Z, then this is our E.
It's moving forward 5.
5. How many alphabets? This is Z. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? So it's 5 units. Right. Okay. This is 5 units. Right. So let me see. So from P to Z, which is the first pair in the first alphabet in the pair, it is moving 2 units to the left. So from H, what I need to do, this is HI. First letter is H. So from H, I need to do 2 units or 2 positions to the left. What is H? 2 positions to the left of H? G. F. So that is F. So my answer should have F. Okay. And what is my second transformation? It is from I need to move 5 units right or 5 units forward. 5 units right. Okay, so this is F. 5 units right of I. This is I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll end up with N. Okay, so my answer is Fn, which is this option over here. All right. My answer over here is Fn. Again, guys, even just by working out the first position in my alphabet pair in the answer, I can easily see that F is my first position, so I can directly eliminate out these options. Okay, so eliminating options is also a skill which we can focus on once we have had a very good groundwork in the concept. Okay, so that will really help us along with the best practice and increased speed. Eliminating the options will also give you a very brittle idea about how your answer should look like. Okay, so this was about the letter connections. Now the third topic, same from the VR codes. Here we will be discussing word to codes. Okay, now this is a little bit crucial and it might be a tricky, but let's see how we can do. You need to work out a code for the question and circle the correct answer. Okay. Okay. So here you are given 2 words over here. If you can see, if the code for Jack is JACK is MXFH. Okay. So this letter JACK stands for MXFH. What does this implies, guys? This tells you that J stands for M. Okay. A stands for X. C stands for F. And K stands for H. Okay. With respect to the position, I have identified that J stands for M, A stands for X, C stands for F, and K stands for H. So now, as usual, we will work out how many units we need to move right or we need to move left in order to get from J to M, from A to X, from C to F, and K to M. Okay. So let's just see this quickly. From J to M. So I have J over here and I have M over here. How many places, how many units are moving or jumping? 1, 2, 3. So 3 places to the right, isn't it? Okay. And what is happening? For the second position, which is A to X. Okay. Yes, Samrat, what is happening from A to X?
It's moving backwards 3.
It's moving backwards by 3, right? Very good. It's moving 3 to the left. Okay. Then what is happening from C to F? Yes, Kia. What is happening from C to F?
And plus 3.
Plus 3, right? So 3 going to the right. Very good. Okay. And then what's happening from K to H? Yes, Janika. What's happening from K to H?
It's going 3 units to the left.
3 units to the left. Very good. 3 to the left. So if we see this overall, what is happening? The pattern is 3 right, 3 left, followed by 3 right, followed by 3 left. Okay. So that's what is happening over here. So how can we figure out now the code for BITS? Right? How can we do that? We know first position, for the first position in our 4-letter alphabets, in the first position is moving 3 right, second position is moving 3 left, third position is also moving 3 right, and fourth position also is moving 3 left. So if I try to break down this code, what is 3 right from B? From B, 3 right. 1, 2, 3. So first letter stands for E. What is 3 left of I? This is my I. 1, 2, 3. So this is F, isn't it? So this is E, F. That means I can directly eliminate these 2 options over here. all I'm left with is first three options. So let me check for T. What should happen for T? I should move to the right. Three places, 1, 2, 3, I'll get W. And then at last from S, three places to the left, 1, 2, 3, I'll get P. So my answer should be EFWP. I guess first option correctly resembles my answer. Okay, so the answer is E, F, W, and P. Okay, now again, this is also pretty simple. We are doing nothing but just comparing up the patterns, trying to figure out a pattern rule, and using the same pattern rule to figure out what does the given code stands for. Okay, again, this is also a very pretty simple problem, so it's an easy level problem. And also, since it follows a very simple pattern, 3 right, 3 left, 3 right, 3 left, you guys are expected to solve this question in just a minute. Okay, so in order to do this, you should have a very strong observatory skills. Alongside that, you also need a very good practice. Okay, so a long practice, a bit of hard work, and gaining a good observatory skills will really help you solve this problem, even within less than a minute. That I assure you guys. Okay, so now let us move to the question number 4. Again, this question is from VR codes, where the topic is word to number codes. Okay, now this can get trickier, guys, so I really want everyone to pay attention over here. Okay, so in this question, there are 4 words. Okay, now 3 of the words have been given a code. So the codes are not written in the same order as words. We are asked to work out the number for each letter and answer the correct question. Okay, so what does this mean is, here you got these 3 or 4 words and 3 numbers. Okay, so what are these 4 words? Find, cage, bend, and tail. And now each word denotes a number. Okay, but here you got 4 words and you can see there are just only 3 numbers. That means there is one word over here which is not present in these numbers. Okay, so each word denotes a number, but there is one word which is missed. The number denoted by that word is not given over here. Okay, and also this order is incorrect. Okay, so 1076 doesn't determine find. Okay, this is not representing find. Similarly, 3621 is not representing cage. Okay, at least as of for now, we are not sure which numbers are representing what, because it is not in the same order as the words. That's what is given in the question over here. Okay, so now in order to solve such questions, what can we do? All we need to do is, we know that each alphabet is assigned a number. So for example, A is assigned number 1, B is assigned number 2, C is assigned number 3. So A, B, C over here would be 1, 2, 3, or B, C, A would be 2, 3, 1. Okay, this is way the numbers have been assigned. All right, so here also for A, there might be some number which is being assigned. For G, there might be some number which is being assigned, but we don't know, we are not sure about it. Okay, so we need to break that out, that what number is assigned to what. So, you know, to solve this type of problems in a very quickly and with accuracy, what you guys need to do is, you guys need a very simple trick over here you guys need to apply. Okay, you guys can also, you know, assume that the find is determined by the letter 1076, cage is determined by the letter 3621. You can assume, you can try to break it out, you can check, and you know, but that would be a very long and hectic process. Okay, we don't have that much of time in the exams. So what can we do over here in such questions is, you can check out for the words or for the letters in the words which are in the common position. Okay, so let me just show you one example. In this letter find and in this letter bend, what is common? Shan, can you tell me? What is common in the letter in the word find and in the word bend? One thing is common.
That they both have N in the word.
It has both N in the words, but look at the position. It has both N in the third position, isn't it? Yeah. So this thing is what we need to observe. it has both n in the third position. So suppose if both of the words find and bend, the numbers for both the words find and bend are represented in among these numbers. So what can we assume? We can see that the third number should be the same, isn't it? So if find and bend, both of the numbers representing find and bend are present here. So this third number should be present, right? Third number should be the same. So if I check the third number, 1 is 7, 1 is 2, and here also it is 2. So what can I see? I can easily conclude, okay, I can conclude that n is over here, 2 is also over here, 2 is also over here. So that means either of these two numbers, which is 3621 or 5428, belongs to find. Okay, why? Because I just have very similar one, n, representing 3621 or 5428. So I can conclude one thing for sure, that value of n is what? 2, isn't it? Value of n is 2. So I solved my first problem where I worked out my value of n as 2. So let me just remove this now. Okay. So let me see which other letter is in the same position in the words. I can see that in this cage, I got A and I got E. Same thing is present in A and E. Okay, but I am sure that I have both find and I have both bend present. Okay, because both where I have two in the same position in 3621 and in 5428. So I'm sure as of up till now that find and bend, both numbers representing find and bend are present. That means either number representing cage is present or number representing tame is present. And which number can represent either cage or tame? It can be 1076, right? Okay, because this number is either find or bend, and this number is also either find or bend. That means one number is left, two words are left. So cage must be representing 1076 and tame must be representing 1076. So from which I can conclude that A and E are in both the same position in both the words. Okay, so value of A is, if I compare over here, this is 0, and value of E over here at the last position is 6. Okay, so up till now I have figured it out, the value of N, the value of A, and the value of E. Okay, now what is the other common thing which I can see? I can see one more common thing. If I just quickly erase this out, I can see that both in bend and in tame, I got first letter common. I got last letter and the first letter, which is the same. Okay, so I can see that in 1076, I got 1, which is the first letter, and in 3621, I got 1, which is the last letter. So what does that mean? That means that T is resembling 1, and tame is represented by cage, and we don't have cage, the number for the cage shown over here. Right? So we got the number for the tame, which is 106. So I can conclude that tame is 1076. I can also conclude that bend with T at the last, that means with 1 at the last, is bend is 3621, and remaining find, which is 5428. Find is 5428. Okay, so I can also see that F stands for 5, I stands for 4, N stands for 2, already mentioned, and D stands for 8. Okay, now let us work out what does the number 1476 mean. Can anyone answer? Right, we already broke down the codes. So what does the number 1476 mean? Yes, Ariba? Okay, please unmute.
1476 means time.
1476 means time. So 1 stands for T. What does 4 stands for?
I,
I. What does 7 stands for?
M,
M.
and 6
6
stands
stands
for
for
E.
E, right? So M, E is 7, 6. Okay, very good. All right. Elaine, would you like to tell me what is the code for F, A, I, and T? Yes.
Faint
Yes.
is 50421.
5, 0, 4, 2, 1. Yes, guys, please give a thumbs up if Elaine is correct. Yes. Right. Okay. Now, this question, as you can see, this question is a little bit trickier, so we'll keep it in the medium level. Okay. Now, this question can easily be solved, and I guess 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes is quite more than enough for this question to be solved. Okay. So, guys, you must practice it in such a way that you would be able to solve it in 2 minutes. And of course, the answer for the first one is TIME for part A, and for part B, it is 5, 0, 4, 2, and 1. All right. So that was all about the VR codes topic. Now we will just quickly jump to the next topic of ours, which is VR maths. Okay. Now VR maths is, is relatively a little bit simpler, but still always exciting, right? Because it has maths in it. Okay. So let us just quickly see what does this letter for numbers mean and what does this question represent. Okay. So in these questions, letter stands for numbers. Work out the answer to the each sum and then find the corresponding letter and write it in the space given. Okay. So we need to work out the corresponding letter for this sum and we need to write it in the space given. So let us see our first option. First question. A is 5, B is given as 7, C is given as 2, D is given as 4, and E is given as 9. So we need to work out E times D, take away B times A, add it to C times C. Now, first and foremost thing, in order to solve this expression, what is the basic thing you must be knowing? The basic thing you must be knowing is about the bit mass. Isn't it? It is about the order of operations, which you need to be very careful with. So following bit mass, let us just quickly see. Following bit mass, what does bit mass tells you? Bit mass tells you to solve the brackets first, followed by indices, then followed by divisions, followed by multiplication, then addition and subtraction. So this is nothing but the priority. So bit mass is giving you the priority and informing you that which operation should be performed first. So what are the operations which we have over here? We had multiplication, we got subtraction, again multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So what we will be performing first? Following bit mass, M comes first, right? So we'll be doing multiplication, which is E times D, take away B times A, added to C times C. Okay. So let me just quickly work out how much is E times D. E times D is nothing but 9 times 4. Okay, let me write it in brackets. Take away B times A. What is B times A? B times A is 7 times 5. Added to C times C. What is C times C? 2 times 2. 2 times 2. So how much is this? 9 4s 36. 7 5s 35. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. So now what I need to do? I need to do addition first, followed by subtraction. So what is this? Negative 35 added to 4. It is negative 31, right? So this is 36. Take away 31, which is 5. Okay. So my answer is 5. What does this mean? Should I write over here as my answer as 5? Am I correct, guys? Right? That's what we need to be careful at, okay? Even I got the correct answer. My answer is not 5 because I'm asked to find the corresponding letter and write it in the space. So what is the letter corresponding to 5? It is A. So my answer is A. Okay. So here also we got another problem, problem B. So guys, can you quickly work out this problem in 30 seconds mostly? It's pretty simple. Yeah. Try to work this out, everyone. Okay, so I will just help you with the bid mass rule. So what should we follow first? We should be following multiplication followed by addition. Okay. Okay, Samriddhi, would you like to tell me the answer for this? Which letter is correct?
The answer would be B.
The answer is B. Yes, guys, is the answer correct? Is B the correct answer? All right, very good. Okay. So for the first one, the answer is A. And for the second one, the answer is B. Again, this question is pretty simple. We just need to perform very simple calculations. So this is the easy level question. And you guys are expected to solve this question in at max 1 minute, 30 seconds at max. Okay. All right then. Now let's move ahead. Question number 6. Again, it's from VR Maths. Now this question is based on number series. Number series, you can also interpret this series as sequences. Okay. So let's just see this question. Find the number that continues the sequence in the most sensible way and write it in the space given. Okay. So this is a sequence. First of all, they have already given it as a sequence. But what do we actually mean by this sequence? Like, what do you interpret a sequence as? A sequence is nothing but it is a series of numbers which follow a certain pattern rule. Okay. It follows a certain pattern rule. Suppose for the series of numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. Okay. So just like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. This series of numbers, what is happening if you see closely is, this is a list of even numbers, right? Which is 2, you are adding 2 each time. Okay, you are adding 2 each time when you see this series over here, right? So the numbers are increasing by 2 each time when you move ahead with the sequence. That means that the pattern rule for this sequence is adding 2 each time. Okay, so similarly for the questions on VR in this number series, you can identify the pattern rule, which will be your first step, which is to identify the pattern rule. And second thing is apply that rule quickly to get the correct answer. Okay, so what is the pattern rule over here? In the first series, I have 45, 39, 33, 27, 21. What is happening? I can see that 45 to 39, what is the difference? It's -6, right? 6 is subtracted on 45 to get 39. Let me check from 39 to 33. Again, -6. Again, 33 to 27, it's -6. Same over here as well. So my pattern rule, what I have identified is, you are decreasing 6 each time, or you're taking away 6 each time as you go on progressing with the sequence. Okay. So of course, what will be the next number? This will be nothing but 21 take away 6, which is 15, right? So answer over here is 15. So answer for option A is 15. Okay. Similarly, we got another sequence with the series numbers as follows: 12, 25, 51, 103, and so on. Okay. Now, let us see. What is 12 plus 25? This is 13, right? What is 25 plus 51? Yes, this is 13. 25 plus 51, guys. 26. Okay. Then, what is 51 plus 151? Take away from 103. How much is this? 52. Please confirm. Is it 52? Right? This is 52. Okay. Now, can I see what is happening? First one is increasing by 13. Second term is increasing by 26. So if I just broke it down from 13 to 26 multiplied by 2. So 26 multiplied by 2, I'll get 52. So for this number, I need to multiply 52 by 2. What would I get? 52 multiplied by 2. Is it 104? Yeah. So 52 multiplied by 2 is 104. That means 103 added to 104 will give me the next term. Okay. So which is 103 plus 104. So 4 plus 3 is 7. This is 0 and this is 207. So my answer is 207. Okay. Again, the first one was pretty simple, but the second one was a little, in order to solve the second one, you need to break it down into 2 steps. First, you calculated it is increasing in the multiples of 13. Okay. So 13 then multiplied by 2 is 26, multiplied by 2 is 52, multiplied by 2 is 104. Okay. That is okay. This is fine. I took a little bit of time in this second problem to get the answer. But is there any quicker way to get the answer for the part B sequence? Can anyone think of it as a quicker way? Yes, Amin?
So for the first number, you can do 12 times 2 plus 1.
Very good.
And then for the second, you can do 25 times 2 plus 1, which is 51. So
Yes.
if we know that pattern follows, we could just jump right to 103. So 103 times 2 equals to 206, plus 1 equals to 207.
Very good. 206 plus 1, which is 207. Okay. So in spite of going through all this hustle, I can easily observe that this number 12 times 2 is 24. If I add 1, which is 25. So this is also, if I double this 25, 50, 51. If I double 51, I will get 51, 102. And if I add 1, I will get 103. Okay. So using this pattern as well, I can easily get out the answer, but in a very quick time period. All right. So again, if we try to determine this level, this can be a medium level, considered as a medium level problem, as the second one is not as simple as the first one. But still, you guys are expected to solve this problem in 30 seconds and this problem in at max 1 minute. So total time given for this problem would be 1 minute, 30 seconds. Okay. Now let's move ahead to question number 7. Question number V7 is from VR Maths, which is completing the sum. Again, guys, especially this topic is quite frequently asked in a lot of various type of grammar and other independent examinations for the VR. Okay, so let's see what kind of question can you guys expect. Find the missing number to complete each sum and write it in the space given. Okay, so here once again you got an expression. So how can you solve this expression in maths? You must know bed mass here as well. Okay. So if I try to solve this out, this is 16 divided by 8 times 16 plus 3. So what are the operations I got? Division, multiplication, followed by addition. Okay. So what should I be doing first? Following bed mass. Bed mass tells me that perform division, then do multiplication, then add. So what is 16 divided by 8? This is 2. 2 times 16 plus 3, which is 32 plus 3, giving me 35. Okay, so my answer is 35. So let me just shift to my right side. What is it given? 3 times 5 plus 4 times dash. Okay, so of course I will be performing multiplication first. All right. So what is 3 times 5? 3 times 5 is 15. So 15 plus 4 times something. Okay. What should this answer be? 15 plus 4 times something should give me 35. That means that 4 times something is 35. Take away 15, which is 20. So how many times 4 is 20? 5 times, right? 4 times 5 is 20. Eventually giving my answer as 5. Okay. So what am I doing? I'm simplifying my left hand side of the expression. I'm trying to get an answer, and using that answer and applying the bed mass concept, I'm trying to work out the missing number over here. This is what we say as completing the sum. Okay. Again, this is also a very simple problem with no tricks. Only thing you guys must be aware of is the bed mass rule. All right. Okay, guys. So quickly, can you guys work out for problem B? What is the answer for problem B? Everyone? Yes, Pia, what is the answer for option B? Question B? You can unmute. Yes, you are unmuted here. You can speak. Okay, I guess you might be having some issues. Yes, Jamie, can you tell me the answer for B? Okay, or Samrat?
192.
192. Yes, guys, please confirm, is the answer 192 correct? Everyone, just give a thumbs up if the answer is correct. Yes? Amazing, great, guys. So the answer is 192. Okay. So again, this is also an easy problem, right? It's not that tough, but you need to be careful as examiners have that opportunity over here to trick up the expressions. Okay. They can trick up the numbers, add some difficult, add some difficult series or combinations of operations. But still, eventually, you need to simplify the operations following the BIDMAS rule and get the answer. Okay. The process would be just the same. Again, this can also be solved. This question is pretty simple as it involves very simple operations and very simple expressions. So this can also be solved in 1 minute, 30 seconds, not more than that. Okay. All right, let's move to the next question. We got question number 8. Again, this is from VR Maths, but this is from the set of numbers. Okay, now let us see what this set of numbers are. All right, find the number that completes the final set of numbers in the same way as the first two sets. Okay, what does this mean? Here you can see in the first option, which is first question, question A, you got 3 numbers in one set. Okay, so these 3 numbers together comprises of one set. All right, so similarly you are given 3 such sets. One number, first number, middle number, second number. As you can see, middle number is in the brackets. Here also first number, middle number, second number with the same middle number in the brackets. What does this imply? This number is in the brackets. That means that the question is trying to tell you that there is some logical operation, okay, which is being followed to achieve at the second number using the first and the third number. The second number in the bracket, this means that there is some logical operation, there is some mathematical operation which is being followed to arrive at the second number using first and the third number. Okay, so for 80 arrived by performing some operations with 2 and 6. Okay, there is this number 2 and there is number 6. Using some operation, you arrived at the number 80. Now the same operation is being used to arrive at the answer 90 using 3 and using 6. Okay, and then you need to identify this operation which is being used to get the answers 80 and 90 using first and third numbers respectively. And then using the same operation, you need to work out the middle number using the given number 7 and 5. Okay, so is the question making sense? Is the question understood? Everyone? Yes? All right. So now 80, how can I get 80 from 2 and 6 possibly? I know that if I just simply add up 2 plus 6, 2 plus 6 is 8. If I multiply by 10, that is 80. Because I have here also I have a multiple, which is 90. So if I do 3 plus 6 times 10, which is also 9 times 10, this is 90. Right? So I'm adding first and the third number, multiplying it by 10. So what should be the number over here? 7 plus 5 multiplied by 10, which is 12 multiplied by 10, giving me 120. So this number over here is 120. Yes, guys, everyone agree to my answer? Yeah. So this is answer for A is 120. So let me check out for B. What is happening in B? I got 33, I got 3, and in between I got 10. Anyone can help me break down this rule? Yes, Tejas?
So first, if you do 33 divided by 3, that equals 11. And if you minus 11 from 1, it will be 10. And if you do the same, 10 divided by 2, 5, minus 1, 4. So if you do 60 divided by 6, 10 minus 1, the answer is 9.
So 10 minus 1, the answer is 9. Excellent, Tejas. Okay. So you can also do 33 minus 3, which is 30. 30 by 10, 30 by 3 is 10. Here also 10 minus 2, which is 8. 8 by 2 is 4. Or eventually in this way, as explained by Tejas, to divide the third number from the first number, and you take away 1 from it. Eventually, you will end up with the answer for the 60-6 as 9. Okay. Now, Tejas has really solved this question exemplarily well with a very ease, right? It's a very good speed. Okay. So hats off to you, Tejas. Keep practicing more. And so this level is actually medium, guys. This is not a simple problem. Okay. Many students find it much difficult to identify the pattern over here. Okay. So not only just tips and tricks which helps, but more and more the questions you solve, the more comfortable you get at this answer. Okay. And this question, without any doubts, 1 minute for each question is sufficient. So overall, this question should be completed in 2 minutes. So, you just got 30 to 45 seconds to identify the pattern, and then 15 seconds at all to work out the unknown number. Okay. All right, guys. Now let's move to our final topic. Okay. Let us move to our final topic, which is VR jumbled up sentences. Okay. This is VR jumbled up sentences. Now, how do we usually solve the jumbled up sentences? What are the steps you need to do? Okay. What you can do is, there are subject and verb over there, right? In the jumbled up sentences, you got different words aligned, not in the same way that it should be aligned in a sentence. Okay. So your job is to align the words in such a way that the sentence makes a complete sense. You need to group the words in such a way, right? So what you can do, you can look for the subject and the verb of each sentence. All right. The first job is to look for the subject and verb. Okay. What is the subject? Subject is nothing but the person or thing the sentence is about. And the verb is nothing but the action that subject is doing. Okay. So identify the subject and verb, and then, try to pay attention to the tense of the verbs. Okay. What is this tense? The tense tells you what action has happened. So look for the subject, look for the verb, look for the tense, and then, along with the help of a little grammar and punctuation, try to align the words into a sentence which makes a complete sense. Okay. And also, guys, particularly for these jumbled up sentences, don't be afraid to experiment with different types of arrangements or sentences. Okay. There can be more than one correct way to rearrange the sentence. So no hassles. Okay. You are very free to do up the experiments and try to have different arrangements possible. Okay. So we got 2 questions over here, which is question number 9 and question number 10 from jumbled sentence. Let's see question 9. The following words can be rearranged to form a sentence. Label each word from 1 to indicate the correct order. The first word in the sentence should start at 1. Okay. So you can also use the labeling to, initialize the order or represent the order for the words. So here the words are exhausted her the shift after long shift pause. Okay. Might seem a tricky. Okay. Especially I choose such type of words, which will make a sentence which is not that easy to get. Okay. So what is the noun here? Right. The chef is doing a certain action, right? The action is exhausted. Chef over here is a noun. Okay. It's exhausted. And we got the rest of this her, the, and along with other punctuations. Okay. So how can we arrange this sentence? Yes. There can be, of course, many possibilities. Okay. Yes, Anvitha, would you like to tell me? Yes, Anvitha. Or Avisha, would you like to tell me?
I got the chef.
Okay. The chef.
After her. No, after the, sorry.
The chef is correct beginning, right? You need to adjust the pronoun. Look at the action. What is happening? She was exhausted. So was is the punctuations or grammatical punctuations you can use over here. The chef was exhausted. This is the action, right? Then what is to be followed by? What was the action she did after it? She did a long shift due to which she was exhausted, right? So the chef was exhausted after her long shift. Make sense? Yes. So the chef was exhausted after her long shift. Okay. You can also write it in another way. After her long shift, the chef was exhausted. But still, if you try to compare the first and second sentence, which one makes the better sense? Of course, the first one makes the better sense, right? So, the better to go with the one which is giving you more confident sentence. Okay. So this one is the correct answer. And of course, you could guys, you guys are free to, try possible different types of arrangements and then end up getting the best arrangement. Okay. So this is again an easy level problem, not tough one. So let's move ahead with the next question. Next question is also on VR jumbled up sentences. Okay. All right. So the following words can be rearranged to form a sentence. Label each one from 1 to indicate the correct order. The first one in the sentence will start at 1. So what we have, the groceries, dinner, unpack, making, you, your, before. Okay. Now this can be a little tough one. Okay, guys, let me tell you, this is not an easy level problem. The words are toughly chosen over here. Yes. So try to think of it, guys. Yes, Avi, would you like to tell me?
Before you start making your dinner, unpack the groceries.
Okay, before you start making your dinner, unpack the groceries. Yes, guys, this sentence makes sense. How many of you agree that this is the best possible answer? How many of you agree? Okay, quite a bunch of number. And how many of you don't agree that this is not the best possible answer? I don't agree that this is not the best possible answer. I agree that there is an answer which is much better than this. Of course, the meaning is same, the interpretation is same, but just take a look. Unpack your groceries before, okay? Before you start making the dinner. Yes, right? The second one makes better sense than the first one. Unpack your groceries before you start making the dinner. All right. So that will giving us the second one as the better possible option than the first one. Okay, good job, Avi, for the first one as well, because this is not that easy to, just combine the sentence. All right. Again, the job is simple to summarize for the jumbled up sentences, identify the noun and the verb, then use the punctuations given, try to use the tense, use the punctuation given, and using all these 4 things together, try to group up the words. Okay. Okay, guys, then that was all the 10 most important questions, from the most selected topics which has been frequently appeared in the exams. Okay. So once again, I would really appreciate your presence here for the class, and I would really like to thank you guys all for coming in such a good numbers and, having a very collaborative and interactive class throughout. And also, I really thank you all for being patient throughout the class, for being disciplined throughout the class, and, helping this class time being more productive to all of us. Okay. Of course, do you have any questions about it? You can always text up at the support@pyacademy.co.uk. This helpline is always available. Okay. This helpline is also available.
Thank you.
Okay.
So guys, we would like to invite your parents to join us for a Q&A session. So please call your parents and ask them to ask us any questions, any doubts that you guys could have. So hi, I'm Akanksha. I'm the product manager here at Pi Academy, and we have Sneharsh with us. He is our VR head, and we would like to take any questions that you guys could have on any of the subjects related to 11 plus. We would like to resolve your doubts and walk you through our resources, which would help you in your 11 plus journey. So please drop your questions in the chat, and please select our name and send a question to us.
Hi,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm speaking on microphone. There's some glitch in my laptop. I just wanted to ask, is there school-specific mocks also available on the site?
No, so we have subject-specific mocks, and I'll just show you where you can get them here under the mock exam section. The reason why we don't have school-specific mocks is because multiple schools could be catering to the same set of subjects. So we have board-specific mocks, as you can see,
Okay.
GL mock,
It's
CE
as good
mock.
as going for sort of school-specific mocks, yeah?
Yes, because these schools, they all cater to the same board. So if you prepare for the board, you are set for the school.
Okay, and if I've subscribed for the monthly subscription, these mocks are available, or do I have to?
Yeah, so yes, the mocks are a part of the monthly subscription. You would get all the mocks in one go if you purchase the monthly subscription. And given that you have attended our masterclass, you can use a Master 30 coupon code to get 30% off on the monthly subscription.
Okay, I'm already on it. Yeah. Just a
Great.
panicky mom started preparing her very late for health reasons, so I'm not able to find any physical mocks. So
Okay.
just hoping that these mocks are as good as taking her
Definitely.
for, yeah. Because there was no point taking her for mock test when she was not prepared, because we started in April. So I thought, let me just finish a little bit learning with her. So I'm not able to find any more physical mock for her now. So these are good enough.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
And you can solve multiple mocks at once. You don't have to physically go to a center,
Absolutely.
sit down.
That's an advantage, isn't it? But yeah,
Yes.
about her nerves, God knows what will happen. Thank you so much. That was my query. And thank you so much for sir. I don't know his name. I'm so sorry.
Sneharsh.
Great teacher. And all of you are so good, you know. I'm really, really
Thank
thankful
you.
I found Pi Academy. And literally a panicky
Thank
mom, you know. 5
Thank
months
you.
and I have to do. And I'm so glad I found you guys. And sir, he's a brilliant teacher, whether he teaches 30 children or one child. Same passion. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll go with the next question. We are asking, someone is asking, can you confirm one thing about bid mass? Okay, this question is for Sneharsh. Let me first pick at the more business-centric questions. So I have been asked, do you have GL free papers? So Shazeen, what you can do is, whichever subject you are essentially aiming for, you would find free papers for all of them. So for example, if you go to 11 plus maths papers, you would find these free sample papers for each subject. So these papers are subject specific and they are meant for all boards. So if you want to have free papers, they are all over the platform. You just need to select the particular subject and go through the sample papers. And Geetika is asking, are free papers with answers? Yes. So the free papers on our website, the answers are also open for all to view. And today at the end of the masterclass, we will be sharing a 11 plus VR free practice paper also. Anya is saying, thank you for the masterclass. Thank you, Anya. So I would just like to repeat once again that we have opened up the Master 30 coupon code for all participants of the masterclass. So you can utilize it. We have very few weeks left for the 11 plus exams and a couple of months left for the independent school exams. So utilize the Master 30 coupon code and access whichever resources you wish. I would recommend going with the 11 plus monthly subscription because you can unlock around 30,000 questions in one go, and you have a coupon code on top of the monthly subscription. So that's very cost effective.
Excuse me, can I ask a question, please?
Sure, yes.
So this is regarding the, the monthly subscription you mentioned, the monthly subscription, which is, I think for £69.
Yes, after the coupon, yes.
Yeah. So I was wondering if I take that monthly subscription, because obviously, the exam is just now next month. So,
Yes.
sorry, is it a monthly subscription or the yearly subscription? I'm talking about the past papers, the past papers, I think, which is on the 70% off now.
Yes. Okay. So the past papers which are over here,
Yeah,
these are yearly subscriptions,
right.
and we have a monthly subscription separately. So under pricing, you can see this 11 plus exam monthly subscription.
All right.
So
Okay.
yeah. So in this, you can access all the past papers in one go.
Okay, so
this
if I
is a
want
more,
to do the yearly one, it will be, if I do like the yearly one, obviously the exam is next month. So I just want to do it for like this year, then obviously. So would that be 69 pounds then, isn't it?
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
and that would have all the papers and questions that we can download and print as well, right?
So it would have all the papers and questions, but we don't have the option to print answers yet. You can obviously download the question paper
Right.
and the child can attempt it on their own. And then you
Okay.
can review the answers on the website.
Lovely. Okay, one more question. You know, the CCHS board,
Yeah.
I couldn't really find any questions or any free papers here. So I just thought I'll check if you have any of any papers for CCHS here also, or you don't.
Okay. It says board specific paper you're asking, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So no, we don't have board specific papers, but we do have practice papers for these particular
Got it.
boards.
Practice paper. I think it
Yeah,
was
you can see.
CEM earlier on. They changed it to I don't know what now. But
Okay. Yes. CEM, we do have this.
you have it.
CSSE. Yeah.
Okay.
So you would be able to access these also under the monthly plan.
All right. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thought
Thank
and
you.
for your help, and you're doing a great
Thank
job,
you.
and very, very thankful for everything. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Please, can I ask the question around the
Yes.
bid mass?
Yes, please. Okay. Geetika has a question. I'll just
So I'll
see
just
about it.
explain, maybe it's easier to explain. Now, I know in bid mass, so they say division comes before multiplication, but I read somewhere that they need to, like, basically they come together. If the question has multiplication first, we need to do that operation first. And it's sort of confusing. So can you clarify? I've just given an example in the chat, which is like if it's
Okay.
35 times 34 divided by 1. I've just given a random example. I understand that first we need to go by multiplication, then division. Is that right?
Okay. So Sneha, would you like to take this question?
Yes. So when we try to solve this expression over here, which is 35 times 34 added to 1. Now, before going into the bid mass.
Sorry, no,
bid
it
mass
was,
has-
I meant to write divide by 1. I was just making up the example to show.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
you mean divide by 1. Okay, even
Yeah.
if it's divide by 1. So when we follow the bid mass, what is the first word? First abbreviation for B? It stands for
Division.
brackets, right?
Mhm.
No, first one is for B. It's for brackets, right?
Yeah.
So our first job is to not work out whether the operation is division or whether it's multiplication or addition. Our job is to analyze where the brackets will be fitted up first.
Mhm.
Following up the brackets, you need to follow the process of addition or subtraction or multiplication or division or whatever operation that might be. So when you say 35 multiplied by 34 divided by 1, what are you actually doing is you are doing 34 divided by 1. You're prioritizing 34 divided by 1, getting up the answer as 34, then eventually you're ending up multiplying 35 by 34. Again, there also you're following the same priority, starting by division, ending up to multiplication.
Okay, so even if in the question,
Mhm.
multiplication's coming first,
Mhm.
and division's coming later,
Okay.
or we just have to prioritize division. It does not matter about the sequence in the question.
It does not matter about the sequence in the question. Suppose if you are given division first, followed by multiplication later, then definitely there is no doubt about it, right? It's just as simple as it is following with first. But in certain expressions, you might be given multiplication first, followed by division at a very later on stage. Now, during such questions, you need to figure out where are the brackets provided to you.
No, I'm
Okay.
assuming there are no brackets because there was
Yeah,
a question in one of the 11 plus exams I did where
Okay.
it was very confusing. I don't want to hold back everyone, but basically it sounded
Yeah.
like the answer said that we need to do multiplication first, not division, because division and multiplication are spaced same in bid mass. It basically means they go before addition and subtraction, but that doesn't mean they go in the same sequence as division and multiplication. They go in the sequence as is put in the question. But I'm always confused about that.
Okay. No, it's just about attempting more and more questions and getting to a very basic understanding of how division and multiplication are not paced together. They're not paced together. Okay. So that's totally different. So suppose I have multiplication in the first 3 lines of my first 3 operations, I got multiplication, and followed in the last operation, I got division. Definitely in that scenario also, I will be using the same bit mass properties to eventually get me to the correct answer. Because
So you will do division first,
exactly,
even if
yes.
it's at the end.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ritika. So thank you so much. We are done with the masterclass. And any questions you guys would have, you feel free to message us on support and we would pick up from there. And I would just like to also state that we have our 11+ summer intensive courses running. So if you want to register for the verbal reasoning course, we have the batch 2 launched now. So you can go ahead with this. And yes, so thank you so much. Thank you, Snehash, and thank you, everyone.
Do you have a masterclass for the MBBR too?
Yes, Kun. Yes, sure. Please tell.
I said, do you
Sorry,
have a
could you-
masterclass for the MBVR too?
For NVR. So we would have it next week.
Next week, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.